Gaming Bolt presents the 15 creepiest spiders in games. Beware arachnophobes. We have a lot to cover here, so let us dive right in. Limbo, Shadow Spider. The world of Limbo is eternally cast in shadow. This makes the game's rotund spider much more mysterious. It silently creeps out of the shadows, slowly stalking the young boy. All we can see is a black silhouette, so the arachnid's true nature is thankfully hidden from view. The Return of the King, Shelob. Shelob is often what first comes to mind when you think of giant spiders. She is little more than a giant spider, but trying to navigate her maze-like caves to escape her left our hearts racing. She chases Frodo down, stabbing him with her stinger and paralyzing him. Minecraft, Spiders. Minecraft has always been about survival. Building up a house and gathering materials is one challenge, but making it through the night is another task altogether. Creepers and zombies are terrifying enough, but fighting against armies of spiders is so much worse. Okami, Spider Queen. The Spider Queen's thin, elongated limbs are draped by tattered cloths, giving her an almost human appearance. She is scary enough on her own, but the idea that the grotesque creature before you used to be human is scarier still. The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, Armagoma. Looking up to the ceiling in the Temple of Time in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess reveals a colossal spider with a single glaring eye in its torso. Armagoma scuttles across the ceiling, firing energy beams from its eye and then dropping down to lunge at Link with his pincers. Dark Souls 2, the Duke's dear Freja. What makes some of the arachnids on this list so terrifying is how they often appear familiar but alien. Such is the case with the Duke's dear Freja in Dark Souls 2. Her entire body appears to be made of dense, twisted rocks. She tears through the arena, towering above the player and thrashing about, digging her legs into the ground and crushing the player in her large pincers. Darksiders, Silica. Walking into Silica's web-covered room in Darksiders is a nerve-wracking moment. This Spider Queen crawls down from the ceiling, mocking war as she descends. Her scarred, battle-worn form is clearly tough as nails, and she isn't about to let just anyone take her down. Brutal Legend, Heavy Metal Spider Queen. You have to be pretty metal for people to call you the Heavy Metal Spider Queen. This imposing enemy has organ pipes protruding from her stomach, and she is entirely covered in thick armor. Underneath the plates of steel, you can still see the contoured flesh of the spider, making this enemy even more disgusting. Earth Defense Force Series, Hordes of Spiders. The Earth Defense Force series is known for pitting the player against overwhelming odds, but asking us to fight an army of spiders is asking too much. They fall from the sky, clamber over bridges and perch atop skyscrapers. Skyrim, caves full of frost spiders. Walking into a cave usually isn't a big deal in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, but you still don't want to come face to face with a horde of frost spiders. They climb out of every crack and crevice, spinning webs, spitting venom and snapping pincers. The Evil Within, Spider Lady Boss. As she rises out of the ground, you can't help but be scared. Her sleek, pale figure is contorted and twisted. Her limbs are twisted above her body, giving the appearance of a spider. She crawls out of the ground, unleashes a blood-curdling scream and lunges at the player. Bloodborne Rom, the Vacuous Spider. Rom is a bulbous, sluggish creature that can summon up an army of tiny, skittish spiders to defend him. He slowly drags himself along the ground, rearing up to slam his heavy body into you if you get too close. Silent Hill, Amnion. Amnion isn't a spider per se, she's terrifying and incredibly spider-like, which is good enough in our books. A demented, hideous figure melded to a mechanical pair of spider legs makes for one of Silent Hill's scariest villains, and that's saying something. Demon Souls, Armor Spider. Spiders are scary enough on their own, but adding heavy plate armor to their 8-legged forms is pure nightmare fuel. Demon Souls Armor Spider is a terrifying foe to behold. Its beady glowing eyes, angular limbs and razor-sharp pincers make it very clear very fast that this is one spider that you don't want to run into. Super Paper Mario, Mimi. This entry doesn't seem as scary due to its cartoonish style, but trust us, it certainly is. When you encounter Mimi in Super Paper Mario, she seems a little strange, but you give it no thought. Then after you beat the level, she transforms into a tall, lanky spider with gears protruding out of its body.
And if you like what we're doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. See you soon.